The most popular YouTuber, Mr. Beast, aka James Stephen Jimmy Donaldson, age 26, has a lot of complaints.
Yeah, boy.
I'm not a regular watcher of Mr. Beast. I am not in the demographic with children and teenagers. I know there are competitions to gain money, and I have seen a video of giving to those in need. So I get the content generally. There are a lot of troublesome claims out right now.
What?
I've seen a lot of safety complaints from contestants on the Amazon Prime game show. Reports are saying there were unsafe filming conditions. Women on the show shared issues of sexism. Women were saying they were not able to get underwear while menstruating because menstruation was said to be not a medical emergency.
No! 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 No!
Other reports talk about sleep deprivation. Now, I know with production, it's not the time that most people are getting the most sleep, but that was one of the complaints. The other claim, which I see more popular conversations happening on YouTube, is about one of the employees under Mr. Beast, Ava Chris Tyson, age 28, and the highly inappropriate behaviors and comments towards minors that were working as staff.
You're a nasty person.
Comments that are being posted on Reddit, of the servers on Discord, has a number of inappropriate, disgusting conversations with minors, racist comments, misogyny comments, just a mess. So if you're really interested in seeing it, I definitely wouldn't want to post any of that stuff here, but that is where people are actually seeing the screenshots being posted. There are a lot of questions on whether Mr. Beast knew what was going on, and I highly doubt that Mr. Beast did not know what was happening. And I have to remind folks, Mr. Beast has been accused of racist comments in the past. There was even a CBS News article that was titled YouTube star Mr. Beast says he's used inappropriate language online in the past.
The truth is right there. You just got to go searching for it.
In 2017, there was this clip circulating. There was this post on Twitter or X, and Mr. Beast responded to a viewer who commented about selling Black people for money and said that, in quotes, the most I would pay is probably $300.
What are you talking about, man?
Mr. Beast also used homophobic slurs and racial slurs.
It's the truth.
Now, here are my takeaways about this whole situation. These type of complaints are typically due to a few things. Most likely, owners or management encouraging this type of behavior or partaking in it themselves, or owners and management looking the other way and being complicit with behaviors, often due to favoritism based on their relationship to the person's status, or their high work output.
Total and utter stupidity.
Sometimes it's just due to hiring the wrong people. Hiring and screening is often looked over, but it is very important. There is a reason why when you start a family business, a lot of times the owners have issues because it can be difficult working with family, especially because you're likely not screening them, you're just hiring them. So, this brings about the conversation of the importance of things like background checks. No, we don't love them, but you probably want a tax accountant having a background screen if they're working with your money. You probably want a drug screen being taken by a truck driver to make sure that they have safe driving practices. You will likely want to interview people appropriately to make sure they can do the function of a job that you want. You may want referrals, and this is one that I don't love necessarily, but there is that 1 out of 100 of referrals that someone completely lied about their past working situations. With hiring minors, there are precautions that need to be taken there as well.
Period.
These companies have to make sure, I don't care if it's small, I don't care if it's just a 2, 3 person business or a large corporation, they have to make sure conditions are feasible and safe. Leadership or the owners, management, they're the ones laying down a positive and appropriate foundation. If they're laying down a negative, toxic foundation, you're going to see that in how the company operates, and you're going to find that there are claims like this happening. Employees do have to protect themselves, and I'm really glad that someone by the name of Cookie had all of the documentation to show what was actually happening, because what you'll see is that a lot of times the business or the company, the person you're working for, is going to protect themselves first.
Always.
They're going to try to clear their name. They're going to protect the brand. They may be protecting the person that is, in the case of an employee, that's doing all of these actions. I have seen it myself where someone is not the best employee. Maybe their work output isn't great or is very lackluster. There could be times where they're actually making a toxic environment for other people, but yet human resources and the leadership and everything, they look away from it because of a relationship or because of who the person is or because of the money that they can bring into the company. And this is just not right. Documentation is so important to protect you because screenshots and texts do not lie. You can actually see the Reddit conversations for yourself versus the claims that Mr. Beast will make to protect themselves and the employee.
What are you talking about?
If you see something happening that is against your morals, if you're working with someone or you're working at a company, it's a good time to document and leave. Make sure you document everything as a protection for yourself before you leave. And especially in these cases where it seems like the culture or the company overall, the leadership and employees are all aligned and you're the outlier, just know they will always protect themselves. You have to protect yourself too.